Hi there, how you doing? Looking good today. So, as you guys know, as a 30-year-old artist, I've basically had 3 decades to experience life. I might as well be a fossil at this point. Now, in this video, I want to share with you guys the 8 good art habits that I wish I knew 8 years ago. Because boy, if I knew these 8 years ago, I wouldn't be the failure I am today. Number 1, get uncomfortable. Now, as artists, we all have things that we're very comfortable with, things that we're good at drawing. But the single, undisputed best way to grow as an artist is to get uncomfortable. When you see that reference and you get scared by it, that's the one you want to draw. For me, personally, I grew up for the most part just drawing things realistically until one day I decided to get really uncomfortable and start trying stylization. And that resulted in the most amazing transformation in my art that I could have never pictured in 100 years. So go out there and try something. Get a little bit uncomfortable, okay? Who knows? You might like it. Number 2, don't always draw from imagination. References are simply how you learn. If you never take the chance to observe something, you're never going to learn it. When you draw from imagination, you're not adding anything into your mental library. The only thing that you might be practicing is your hand-eye coordination. And I say this point from personal experience. Back in my high school days in the 1950s, I would always just draw my characters straight from imagination. And for like the longest time, I couldn't figure out why my characters were looking so weird. Why didn't I know how to draw a 3/4 face? Until one day I snapped out of it, I started looking at reference photos, and I started to actually study how the face is built. And look at me now. Still trash, but a little bit less smelly. Number 3, learn from other artists. It doesn't matter what level you're at, there's always more to learn by observing the works of other people. When I first started doing stylized work, I was learning a lot from Ross Strauss, Glenn Keane, Aaron Blaise. Those are some of my idols, and even today, I'm still trying to learn from other artists. Just recently, I did a study on how Guiz makes his pieces. And goodness Lord, the way he puts those complex pieces together is just so eye-opening to me, even to see at this stage in my career. So it doesn't matter what level you're at, there's always more to learn. Observe the works of other people, trace the works of other people, just don't pass it off as your own. Get art books, look for the artists in those art books and learn from them. Learn from the people that you look up to. Number 4 is being okay with imperfection. Listen, you are perfect just the way you are. Again, this is something that I've had to learn the hard way. I used to be the biggest perfectionist of my art. I think part of me still is. I'm still fighting that perfectionist to this day. I always want to make the rendering the most realistic and smooth that it can be. And sometimes I got to take a step back and just tell myself, dude, it does not matter that much. Stop getting caught up on this tiny eyelash. On a more depressing note, this point is especially important now that everything is flooded with AI. And AI takes like 2 seconds to make something that looks quote unquote perfect. So when you think about it like that, it takes a lot of the pressure off of you as an artist to make the perfect thing. Just make something that's your own. You gotta channel the spirit of Bob Ross. The joy comes from the happy little accidents in art. Number 5, and this is for all of you, I'm looking at you straight in the eyes, okay? Go back and learn your fundamentals. You want to know why you can't draw this building? You want to know why you can't draw the face at that angle? Well, it's because you don't know your perspective. If there's something in your work that's really bugging you, try to diagnose the issue. If you're trying to draw one of your OCs and the body keeps coming out weird, maybe it's time to study a little bit of anatomy. Just go back and brush up on it. There's never such a thing as too much practice of the fundamentals. And one thing that I've always noticed with a lot of young artists coming up today is that they might not have the strongest foundation in all the fundamentals because they weren't necessarily taught all of it. So if something bugs you in your work, try to diagnose it, go back and try to learn the fundamentals. You'll thank yourself 5 years down the line when you're making absolute masterpieces. Lucky number 6. You gotta mix up your mediums, man. I know a lot of people these days who only draw on their iPad, okay? They do their full pieces there, they do their sketches there, they practice there, especially the kids nowadays, man. But don't limit yourself to that. Try something else. Why not go and pick up some physical paint, maybe some watercolors? See if you can mix the same colors that you do on Procreate. When I first started doing digital painting, I actually had a pretty easy time transitioning from traditional art that I used to do. And I feel like a big part of that is just because I knew how to paint with acrylic, with watercolor, with oil paints. It ends up teaching you things like how yellow and blue come together to make green, and vice versa. Maybe you can pick up a brush pen and learn about line quality and apply that to your digital art. This also ties back to the first point. Get a little bit uncomfortable, try something new. Number 7, and I cannot stress this one enough, draw for yourself. Whatever it is that you want to draw in that moment, whatever it is you feel like drawing in that moment, just do that, okay? Stop thinking about the Instagram numbers, stop thinking about the YouTube numbers. Look, I've been doing this for a while, and I've noticed this amazing phenomenon where the harder you try, the more you focus on those numbers, the less likely you are to succeed in getting the numbers you want. It's just a very funny way the universe works. When you're so hyper fixated on getting like 30 likes on the post versus 25, that hijacks your entire process of creating. You're not feeling that peace anymore. You're just going through it because you want to hit a certain number target. And humans are amazing at detecting BS, okay? So if you put a piece out there that you don't feel anything for, we can sense the BS. So if it's something that you do want to share with the world, first ask yourself, is this something that I would do by myself? If I were to never post it, never share it, would I be happy doing this? Number 8, last but not least, I know a lot of you guys are probably doing this already, but I know there's some of you out there who are not. And that is to keep a sketchbook. I've always advocated for keeping a sketchbook because it's a great space. It's a private space. It's like your own artistic diary where you can go and explore and learn and no one's there to watch or judge you. And it's something that's so simple and easy to take with you everywhere you go. You don't have to charge it, and it gives you the best, most tactile drawing experience that you can ever have. Drawing with a pencil on a sketchbook is better than drawing on this big Cintiq tablet. And this thing costs like what? 600 times the cost of a sketchbook. So go get yourself a little sketchbook. You know, every time you draw something, note down the date. And after years have passed, you can look back on it and think, wow, boy, I was trash. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed my list of good art habits that I wish I knew. If you have any other good ones to add, please leave them in the comments. I would love to learn from you guys as well. And if they're bad, I will judge you. So anyways, guys, as an apparently 30-year-old artist, I sincerely hope this video has helped pass on some knowledge to the younger generation. Like if you like me, subscribe if you want to see more art-related content, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Oh, and by the way, I have a very long skin tutorial going up on my Patreon this month and a hair tutorial going up next month. So if you guys have any trouble drawing your OCs, go check out my Patreon and join the big Sam Does family. See ya. Hi there, how you doing? Looking good today. Shit. Hi there.